You are not just shaped by your dreams, your efforts, or your discipline. You're shaped by your surroundings. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's not philosophy. That's not motivation. That's math. Jim Rohn said it first, and the most successful people alive today have echoed it. Elon Musk, Tim Ferriss, Peter Thiel, they all warn you to guard your inner circle like your future depends on it, because it does. Think about it. Human beings are wired to adapt. We're social creatures. We mirror behaviors, emotions, energy. You sit at a table with 5 broke, bitter, small-minded people. I guarantee you'll be number 6. You hang around 5 lazy, excuse-making victims. You're going to inherit their mindset like a virus. Why? Because negativity is contagious, and it's subtle. You don't even notice it at first. A small comment here, a doubtful look there. You mention your big dream. Maybe you want to start a business, go viral, become fit, break a family curse, and they hit you with that slow, soul-killing phrase, "I don't know about that." How are you going to do it? What if you fail? They don't mean to destroy you, but their words become weights. And one day you stop running, you stop dreaming, you stop believing, you think it's your fault, your lack of motivation, your lack of discipline, but in reality, you've been sitting in the wrong circle, surrounded by the wrong energy, and it's dragging you down like an anchor. Listen carefully. Pessimists don't build empires. Skeptics don't start revolutions. Realists don't change the world. Do you want to win? You need fire. You need belief. You need insane, unreasonable optimism. The kind that looks at a mountain and says, "I'll climb that." The kind that doesn't care about the odds. It only cares about the mission. Let me give you an example. When Arnold Schwarzenegger auditioned for the role of Conan, he was asked a simple question. Can you ride a horse? He couldn't, but he said yes anyway. He said yes because he believed he could figure it out. He didn't wait to be ready. He didn't ask a room of doubters what they thought. He made a decision, and he backed it with action. And guess what? He learned. He showed up. He did the work. And that role helped turn him into a legend. That's the power of surrounding yourself and your mind with the right fuel. Optimism isn't naive. Optimism is strategy. It's the refusal to fold. It's the mindset that says, if it's possible for someone, it's possible for me. Let me ask you something hard. Who's in your circle right now? Who are the 5 voices in your ear every day? If they're not pushing you, supporting you, challenging you to go harder and think bigger, what the hell are they doing in your life? Look, you don't need yes men. You don't need cheerleaders who just hype you up for no reason. You need warriors. You need builders. You need people who, when you say your dream out loud, they look you dead in the eye and say, "Let's go. Let's figure it out. Let's make it happen." That kind of energy can change your entire life. Because when you're down, and trust me, you will fall, those are the voices that remind you why you started. Those are the voices that drag you back to your feet, not your excuses. You see, average people find reasons why things won't work. Winners, they find reasons to make it work. You don't need to change the world in a day, but you need to start by changing your room. Change your inputs, filter your friends, choose your environment like it's your fuel, because it is. And yes, sometimes that means walking alone for a while. Sometimes that means cutting off dead weight. Friends, even family, who keep pulling you down into small thinking. It's not personal, it's survival. Your mission is too important to be sacrificed for comfort. If they love you, they'll grow. If they don't, they'll go. Either way, you move forward. You want to become a champion. Surround yourself with people training like champions. You want to get rich? Surround yourself with people talking investments, building businesses, chasing freedom, not people waiting on Friday like it's a gift. You want to become mentally tough? Cut off the whiners, cut off the victims, cut off the people who fold every time life slaps them. You need lions in your life, not sheep. Let me leave you with this. If you feel stuck, if you feel weak, if you feel like you've been spinning your wheels and nothing's changing, don't just look in the mirror. Look around the room. Ask yourself, are these people building me or breaking me? And then ask yourself the hardest question of all. If I stay in this circle, where will I be 1 year from now? That's your answer. That's your wake-up call. Don't wait. Don't explain. Don't apologize. Build a new circle. Find those who believe in themselves, and they'll teach you how to believe in you. Surround yourself with winners. And one day you'll wake up a winner. Surround yourself with optimists. And one day you'll face a challenge and say, I don't know how yet, but I will figure it out. That's the mindset that changes everything. That's the voice that drowns out doubt. That's the fire that makes history. Now go find your fire and protect it with everything you've got. But even if you surround yourself with the right people, there's still one silent killer that can hold you back: comparison. You will never become the best version of yourself if you're obsessed with someone else's life. Every day, we open our phones, we scroll through perfectly filtered faces, luxurious vacations, expensive cars, and highlight reels that scream, "You're not enough." We see someone else's Porsche and wonder why we're driving a beat-up Honda. We see someone's six-pack and wonder why we're struggling just to show up at the gym. We hear about someone making six figures and wonder why we're still living paycheck to paycheck. And in those quiet, brutal moments, comparison steals something from us. It steals our joy. It steals our motivation. And worst of all, it steals our identity. But here's what no one tells you. You cannot compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Everyone is walking their own road with a different map, a different weather system, and a different destination. The moment you start measuring your worth by someone else's journey, you've already lost sight of your own. Think about this. We're told all our lives not to compare apples with oranges, but when it comes to ourselves, we forget that rule completely. Suddenly, it becomes normal to measure your value by your neighbor's car, your colleague's title, your friend's followers, or your cousin's vacation photos. Why? Because we've been conditioned to chase approval, to believe that our worth is measured by how much we fit in, how much we achieve, or how much we resemble the image of success society shoves in our face. But what if I told you the very thing you think is holding you back, your uniqueness, is actually your power? We weren't meant to be clones. We weren't meant to live the same life, drive the same car, wear the same clothes, or hit the same milestones at the same time. Comparison makes you forget your value. It whispers lies like, you're behind, you're not doing enough, you're not good enough. And those lies repeated daily become your truth if you're not careful. So how do we break free? It starts with intrinsic motivation. Doing things not because they look good, but because they feel right. Because they align with who you are and who you're becoming. When you're driven by purpose, not applause, you don't need a scoreboard to know you're winning. You don't need 10,000 followers or a blue check mark. You just need to know that you're moving in the right direction. Let's look at the greats. Elon Musk, one of the most influential people alive, is not more powerful than the president. LeBron James, one of the greatest athletes in history, isn't better than Albert Einstein. So if even the best in the world are incomparable, why do you think it's fair to compare yourself to anyone else? Here's what you need to understand. You are not behind. You are not inadequate. You are not broken. You are in progress. And progress is not a competition. If you want to compare yourself to someone, compare yourself to the person you were yesterday. Did you grow? Did you learn something new? Did you show up when it was hard? If so, you're winning. And if not, that's okay, because every moment is a new chance to choose differently, a new chance to shift your focus from envy to inspiration. There's nothing wrong with seeing what others have achieved, but don't use it as a stick to beat yourself down. Use it as a mirror. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What part of me does this awaken? What does this reveal about my own desires? Greatness isn't born from comparison, it's born from clarity. And clarity comes from knowing what you value, not what others value. Do you value freedom? Then chase that. Do you value peace? Then create that. Do you value impact? Then live for that. But don't let your self-worth hang on someone else's Instagram feed. And one last thing, don't compare numbers. Not salaries, not likes, not followers, not credit limits. Because nobody truly cares about those numbers but your ego. And your ego will never lead you to peace. It will only lead you to anxiety, burnout, and self-doubt. So stop counting and start becoming. Stop scrolling and start building. Stop comparing and start creating. Because the truth is, there's only one person who can walk your path, and that's you. And the world needs what you have, not what someone else already gave. So go out there, not to compete, but to become.